Welcome to Let's Talk Criterion, where we'll be previewing forthcoming releases on Blu-ray and 4K in the collection, both here in the UK and the US. Now we come to our last release this month, and it's a relatively new film from 2022 called Nanny, directed by Nikyatu Jusu. Now, the film follows Aisha, played by Anna Diop, a Senegalese woman working as a nanny for a young girl, Rose, that's Rose Decker, the daughter of a rich white couple, Michelle Monaghan and Morgan Spector, in New York City. Having recently moved to America, Aisha is not only building a life for herself in a new country, but also is working to save the money to bring her young son overseas as well. Now, there's a poignant feeling of loss in this film, contrasted not only by the gain of a new home, but the newness of one. Diop's naturalistic and magnetic performance as Aisha is imbued with sensitivity and smarts, and it works well in a film that dips into the surreal and keeps the drama grounded and believable. Aisha is saving money to bring her young son to America, and is willing to smile through her job for parents Amy, played by Michelle Monaghan, and Adam, played by Morgan Spector, and of course the delightful daughter Rose, that's Rose Decker, only up until a certain point, of course. Amy's an executive on the edge, with Monaghan injecting her testy dynamic with Aisha, and with a little too much fervour at points, but still effectively communicating the power imbalance in their relationship with her thoughtlessness, disrespect and inability to pay her on time. Adam is a photojournalist who is mostly away, travelling the world to report on injustices across the globe, and he also takes liberties with Aisha. Now, Nanny's visually striking, especially in its use of colour. Scenes of Aisha at her home, for instance, swathed in saturation and patterns, greatly oppose the cold, brutalist architecture of the couple's apartment and the city around it. Her bright headscarves and occasional donning of traditional clothing are also a signal of warmth and remembrance, and the culture that she's carried with her to the States. The lighting of the film renders black skin beautifully, whether it's daylight scenes or punchy surrealist sequences. Through the film, Jusu showcases a strong visual language that steeps every setting with meaning. Her use of colours speaks volumes, and they express vividly what her heroine must keep in her heart. Her soundscape also crashes in symphony with cryptic imagery influenced by African folklore. Her cast, including the legendary Leslie Uggams, brings verve to heroes and villains alike, grounding Aisha's journey in an unnervingly real environment. This makes scenes that slip into visions all the more engaging, and they suck us in like a powerful riptide. Jusu has a strong hold on how she visually expresses Aisha's mindset, toying not only with the Anansi folktale, but using watery symbolism in perceptively creative ways. As Aisha's relationship with the family deteriorates, and her worries for her son rise to the surface, themes of motherhood and ambition are brought to vivid life with nightmarish flourishes. Nanny had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on January 22, 2022, where it won the Grand Jury Prize, and that made it the first horror film to ever win this award at Sundance. The film was given a limited theatrical release by Amazon on November 23, 2022, prior to streaming on Prime Video on December 16th of that year. Now, the small cast in Nanny consists of Anna Diop as Aisha, Michelle Monaghan as Amy, Singa Walls as Malik, Morgan Spector as Adam, Rose Decker as Rose, Leslie Uggams as Kathleen, and Stephanie Idoko as Saleh. In addition, Olamide Candide Johnson and Yalil Kamara make brief appearances as Mariotu and Lamine, respectively. Principal photography for Nanny began in June 2021 in New York, with cinematography by Rina Yang, and the disc comes new to the collection with the following special features. A 4K digital master approved by the director with 5.1 surround sound and uncompressed stereo soundtrack. A new programme featuring Jusu, actors Anna Diop and Michelle Monaghan, and the director of photography Rina Yang. Suicide by Sunlight from 2019, that's a short film by Jusu. There's a trailer and also a written essay by the critic Angelica Jade Bastien. Now, the new cover art for Nanny is by Jeremy Inicio. For the most part, Nanny is a mesmerising and compelling piece of modern filmmaking. It holds attention, however it comes somewhat undone with a brief reveal in its final third that doesn't entirely do the film emotional justice. But nonetheless, it's a visually captivating tour de force and the very first horror movie to win the Grand Jury Prize at the Sundance Film Festival. It distills complex ideas about motherhood, inequality and cultural dislocation into a work of dreamlike dread. Nanny has a running time of 98 minutes and is at a 2.0 aspect ratio, and it comes to the collection on Tuesday the 31st of October and it's spine 1196. In the next edition we look at the new set of 6 early Jackie Chan films called Emergence of a Superstar. Thank you so much for my constant stream of new subscribers. I've watched quite interestingly over the last month as more and more people have joined the Let's Talk Criterion channel. I do appreciate your support and I do welcome any comments on any of my videos. Please look back at our massive playlist of videos ranging right through for the last 3 years on all the Criterion releases in the collection. So until next time in November, from me, it's goodbye and above all, good viewing.